Hi, welcome back. We're going to start drawing and we're going to make something kind of like this. It's a drawing of a tiger and it has a little poem about what it's like to be a tiger. And we get to really imagine that in a big way. And drawing is really how we're going to find our way into that. So, the first thing I want to do, I'm not going to draw a tiger today. I'm going to try an elephant. We'll see. It is one of my favorite animals, but it can be tricky. So, and also I'm going to draw with a pen, which makes it a little even trickier because I won't be able to erase, but you can. And this is what we're going to do. Contour drawing is a really special way of drawing that will make your drawings much more like what you see, because really drawing is an act of deep seeing really into something. And so, if I think, okay, my subject is this beautiful elephant and her baby. I'm only going to draw the mother, though, because she's bigger and I can see her better. So if I'm going to draw this elephant, a lot of times what I think is, okay, let's start here. We'll make a head. Now, that's often what people start with. But does anybody's head look like that? No. And does this elephant look like that? No. Not at all. Not at all, actually. And then, we go on and we say something like eyes. A lot of times people make their eyes like this. I don't think my elephant's eyes look anything like that. No. And then we say, okay, we got to get the ears. That might help. That probably helps a little. Although it could be a mouse. Okay, and then we put in the trunk, maybe. Let me do something like that. Okay, now we have something, it's a cartoon elephant, and it kind of fits what we are told an elephant looks like. But it doesn't really pick up this particular beautiful elephant. Now, in order to do that, we're going to try something called contour drawing, but we're going to do a modified contour drawing. Now, contour drawing is when you take the edge of something. Let's see, we'll try a tiger. So if I wanted to draw this tiger with a contour drawing, the first thing I'm going to tell you to do, and I don't know if everybody who does contour drawings does this, it's kind of a quirk, but I strongly suggest it. I want you to start inside, not with the outside shape. If you draw the outside shape first, like we did with the elephant, you get cramped in there, and the animal, the image that you're drawing doesn't get to flower. It doesn't get to kind of burst out. So give yourself the freedom of starting inside. And you're going to start, I'll tell you the truth, the confession. I almost always start with the nose. Whether it's a person or an animal or a bird, whoever it is, I start with the nose. The reason I do that is it's right in the middle there. It helps me expand out, but it's also usually a pretty good shape. Now, contour drawing is where we look at shapes. So if you look at the shape of this nose, it's a very particular shape, isn't it? It's not a triangle. You might see something similar to a triangle, but it's more, what we say, nuanced than that. It's more interesting, more varied than that. So as a contour drawer, making contour drawings, I bring my eye to this shape and I let my finger not my finger, actually it'd be my eye, but I'm going to show you with my finger. I let my eye follow the line that I see. When my eye does that, my hand does exactly what my eye was doing. And it doesn't go up here. It just goes straight from the eye to the fingers into the pencil. And I draw what I see. This is the big thing. Without looking at the paper. Without looking at the paper, I'm drawing on. My attention is all here. Now, I'm calling it modified because every now and then it's okay if you come back and you meant to put the eye here, and you ended up here or down here. You can move it around a little bit. It's good once in a while to go back and figure out where you're going to put things. But, and if something's really off and it bothers you, you can erase and change it. But don't be erasing all over your paper. I want you to trust your hand and your eye to dance together, to talk to each other. In fact, I'm going to say, if you know percentages, I want 80% of your attention to be on your photograph and only 20% on your drawing. There's a lot of good reasons for this. One is you'll learn much more about your animal this way. You will start to feel your animal if you keep looking at him. But the other thing is the drawing will be much more real. So I'm going to try the elephant. Like I said, we'll see how it goes. So I think I'm going to go sideways. And I'm just going to do a little demo because I think it's good for you to watch my attention. That's really the important thing here. I am going to start inside. Remember, I don't like to do the outside. It just bottles up your poor drawing, your poor animal. And it ruins the freedom of it. So I'm going to start with the nose. Now, of course, with the elephant, the nose is quite a big deal. But I think I'll just start with the edge of it here. I'm going to go sideways because his ears are so big, and I'm not going to do the whole thing. By the way, that's the other rule for this, and that is that you can include anything from your photograph that you like, but you can't add anything. So I don't see the feet on my elephant. I'm not putting in feet. I'm not even going to put his legs in. You can eliminate anything you want. So you can leave out, if there's a second animal there, in my case a baby, I'm going to leave the baby out. I'm going to leave the body mainly out, I think. We'll see. Sometimes I wait and see. But basically, I'm going to focus on portrait of this animal. So here we go. Now I'm starting on the nose. Let's see what happens. It is good to kind of figure out how much room do you have, where are you going to start. I notice the nose and the ears are very big. The eyes are kind of very small on an elephant, comparatively. So I'm going to give some room for all that. Here we go. Where are my eyes? That's exactly right. They're on the photograph, not on my paper. In fact, some of the fun of this is looking back and seeing what happened while you weren't looking. So, now once in a while when I'm coming to join something, I might look down. So here we go. There's the beginning of the trunk. We've got places for the tusks to come in. I might put one in. Where are my eyes? You got it. There. I looked back. You know, we do need, once in a while I want to look back, see where I started from. But it's always better to be, most of the time, you're looking, letting the drawing talk to you almost. Letting the photograph, talk to you. Here we go. Okay, there are these lines, of course, that are really beautiful, but I'm not going to put them all in. A lot of times, but notice, even when I'm putting in lines like that, I am looking because my attention wants to be on this elephant. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. Now I'm going to go for the eyes. How are we doing? Not too bad. Okay, now this is interesting because his eyes go up like this. There's quite a lid there with lots of wrinkles. You know, elephants are full of wrinkles. Nice thing. Ah, some eyelash too there. See, you notice things when you're drawing like this that you would never notice otherwise. Okay, we're going to come down and up. It's a little distorted, but it's okay. So we're going to keep going. I'm going to put the top of the head on. Notice, see, I'm growing it. Now I get to put the ears. It is good. I always look, where do things... Now this, I didn't leave enough room. That's okay. You can let it just go out. Good. Okay, maybe a little one of these. Okay. Now I think I'll put in the other eye. Keep watching my eyes. Where are they? Yes, they are on my creature. Beautiful creature. Sometimes you have to really look. You didn't see it right the first time. There's sort of this part of his face comes up around. Huh. How are we doing? Well, it's certainly better than this guy, right? So that's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to do this one in 3 parts. I'm going to put some music on. I'm going to talk you through the next session. Get ready, and I'll see you soon.